Hump day, bump day, Wednesday. It is Weekend Win Sports Tea, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, the Teflon OG, aka Mr. White, coming at you all with another full pot of tea. Um, hope everybody's doing fine. Hope, everybody's getting it together. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into some things, get into some, what I'm saying, some old salary cap talk, trend, we talk about a few transactions, where we're sitting at, getting closer and closer to this draft. Um, amongst a few things, just, it probably be some continuations of some conversations. Um, should have a couple of guys coming up in this thing pretty soon. But, we'll get into my opening thought. My opening thought. Still is cleared out the quarterback room. Um, Justin Fields is now a Jet. Russell Wilson is now a Giant, which is interesting in itself. Uh, I think they're going to draft their quarterback. But you have the AAU department of the quarterbacks in free agency, which is Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins, who are sitting in limbo right now. Um, I'm not surprised with Aaron Rodgers. He's turned into a locker room counselor over the last 3, 4, 5 years. So I'm not surprised he's sitting in limbo. I understand why we're sitting in limbo with Kirk. Because everybody, the world has seen what Kirk did and how he really shitted on the organization after the season. Um, so you're gonna have the people are taking their time or thoughts and consideration of what they really want to bring into the locker room. Um, there's rumblings about Cleveland, what I'm saying, having interest. We're taking calls. Yeah, there are calls. I mean, but how it's gonna go. I figured Kurt would probably be gone on day two of the draft. Myself personally. Um, you know, uh, what up, D? What up, Sonya? But I just on that right there, um, this the QB carousel in free agency has been very 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 interesting. Um, with how this is going on and who people the guys have signed where they're signed and those who haven't been signed. There's no surprises in my book on that right there. Me personally, uh, you know, as far as you know, Pittsburgh has an interesting situation where they have signed in, getting DK to go along with Pickens. Um, Makes for interesting dynamic. I see Pitt drafting themselves a quarterback. I think that's why they emptied out the QB room, which makes sense. It makes sense. Uh, Arthur Smith wants his guy, and neither one of those was really his guy. But he's put a little bit of something together over there on that offensive squad. Um, and really, when you look at it, you get the right quarterback, which, from all intents and purposes, it's looking like they're going to be making a move to try to draft Milrose. They sent a contingent to Tuscaloosa um, and had dinner with him. So I think they're showing their hand right off the bat. I think that's how that's going to go. Um, I think they'll probably make a move upward to get closer. Like hell. Might be us. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? To get closer, to get up higher than where they're sitting at. But that's just my opening. My opening thoughts, and some of the thoughts that I've had on today, looking at how things have transpired and where people are sitting and how they're positioning themselves to you know make their draft strategy come together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but hey, all things are looking pretty monotonous. Mucho, mucho. What are you doing? You know what I'm gonna do real quick, uh, real quick, like I'm gonna get you. Um, try to get you up in here real quick, like you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I could use your voice in here. You know what I'm saying? But while I'm done, you continue to verify my thoughts on what I'm saying, what's going on and where we're gonna be sitting at. Um, you know, it's interesting to with all of what is going on with us. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sort of funny, and y'all bear with me for a moment. It's kind of funny uh, how we're the fan base in itself is standoffish. Um, with what we're doing and have done in free agency and whatnot. You we have to understand that we don't have monopoly money. We don't have Bill Gates money. Our salary cap, um, we poor. We real poor. And you got to understand that we have to make what the money we hate. I said the other day we started out with 11 million to the negative, and and with the 5-6 moves we've made, we've shrunk 3 million off of that. You know, um, you know what I'm saying? We don't have a whole lot of maneuver room to go after 30 and 40 and $50 million people. You know what I'm saying? We just don't, man. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Mucho, check your box, baby. Check your box. The link is in your box. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have a whole lot of money to, what I'm saying, that we going out here going after the Trey Hendricksons and the Miles Garrett's and so on and so forth. We got to shop like we in Family Dollar and get the best product that we can get, you know what I'm saying, for to fill, certain situations. As far as our personnel is concerned, you know what I mean? But, this fan base does not, understand that. What they have to understand that the front office moves tells you what the Falcons draft strategy is going to be. And that's a bona fide fact, but nobody reads the tea leaves, with that. Hey, Auntie, what's good? You good? You know, and and what's happening,
Yo,
boy?
yo,
What's good?
yo.
What's good? What's good?
It's good.
What's happening? I'm gonna answer your question. I doubt it. It's because the information that's coming out of Pittsburgh is that they're looking to draft their quarterback.
What they ticket?
Uh, they looking to draft their quarterback. They sent a squad of folks to Tuscaloosa to sit down and have dinner with Milrose. That's looking like that's what their plan is. Like I
You know
said,
what number they ticket?
they behind us. I think about 5 slots behind us. I believe.
Mm,
Which tells me they're either going to take a shot to move up a little bit,
yeah, that's
um,
what they have.
just just a little bit. They're not going to have. They probably won't have to move up. They won't have to move up far to get Melrose. The Melrose. They won't. They probably maybe 6 spots at best. Probably get up to somewhere around 11 or 12 or something like that. You know, um, but as far as them, I don't see Pittsburgh even giving Kirk Cousins even a thought, honestly. And, I think, and I mean, and there's a number of teams that need a quarterback, and given the events of Kirk Cousins, you know what I'm saying, with the season and after the season, a lot of people are kind of standoffish a little bit to deal with him. You know, we're sitting in limbo with him, just like Aaron Rodgers is sitting in limbo, that locker room council. And there's nobody really trying to deal with that. Ain't nobody just running real fast to jump on that. You know, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, along with being a locker room council, now you peeking around the corner at 41.
Yeah,
Okay, you know what I'm saying. So you add that into it. He Aaron Rodgers may really end up being forced to retire.
that's it. He's gonna be able to retire on his own.
He may end up being forced to retire. I mean, because you know, it, the last 5 years in Green Bay wasn't very popular for him. And then what happened and what he did in New York, which was an absolute train wreck. You got a coach fired, um, you know, for absolutely no reason really. No reason. I mean, anything that that concerns you, you know, and being this, that front office in New York shot themselves in the foot listening to him. You know what I'm saying? So you got that, you got his age and all, you know what I'm saying, and him in the locker. Aaron Rodgers may be forced to retire this year, to be honest with you. So and then as far as Kurt, Kurt may be in the same situation, but then you do have the teams like, you know what I'm saying, the Colts and the Browns that have known to do some stupid shit at the quarterback position. So there's that. So um as far
But
as
you don't think Kirk?
Pittsburgh, as far as Pittsburgh is concerned with Kirk Cousins, I don't see them even picking up the phone or even checking the email on Kirk.
You don't think him saying he was injured kept him up?
Hell no. that didn't what how he did that, how he played that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's probably other things that we don't that we as the public don't even know concerning him. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially with the standing with this franchise. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and you know, and if you were, I mean, think about something. Think about something with us and what happened with him,
Mhm.
and the non ability, the just you stood with Raheem. He stood there and watched this, and I don't know. We probably won't ever know if he knew, but
He did.
you know what I'm saying. We all saw on the screen. You know what I'm saying. 4 weeks in a row, 5 weeks in a row. All right, yeah, but him coming out and saying it, you know, if you were hurt, you know, he would have came out better after week 10 and just said, "Look, man, I don't, my body ain't healthy enough to do this." I'd have respected him more doing that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of playing our season down the fucking drain. And that 4 game losing streak, what destroyed our season. Period, point blank. And for you to come out after the season over with, and you sit up on a national telecast and say, "Hey, I played, I played hurt." You know what I'm saying? Week 10 on. Well,
So you don't think
well,
Raheem knew?
I honestly, I think he did. I think he did, and I think you know what I'm saying. Y'all have heard me say this. I've said it before. Michael Penix should have been in. It should have been starting 3 games sooner than he did.
I
You know what I'm
think Kirk
saying?
undersold it. Like undersold his injury. Like probably said he was hurting instead of him saying he's injured. Like I can still play on it, but I'm hurt, but I'll be good. I can still go.
Man, just keeping it a book. You know what I'm saying? If the video documented evidence showed that there was something that wasn't right with him, he he could not throw Stone Mountain in the ocean. Okay.
That's true. The
All right. Number one. Um, you know what I'm saying? There was something that wasn't right with that shoulder. Something wasn't right with it with that arm. And we saw we saw the injury. You know what I'm saying? That happened. We knew it something wasn't right. And then after each one of them losses, Raheem kept coming out talking about Kirk gave us the best chance to win. What that mean? What that little white boy did? It? A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. I mean, bruh, we were 6-3 and won 2 games the rest of the way. Two.
outside.
We won 2 games. We had the division on lock. We had our own destiny in our own fucking hands. And this motherfucker lit the ship on fire. Raheem stood there, fanned the flames, poured gasoline on it as it was going to the ground burning.
Yeah, we find a way to blow a lead.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah,
even talking about the last 4 games of the season. I'm talking about that 4 game losing streak
I was just talking about it. Yeah,
that involved Kirk Cousins. Okay.
yeah.
After that Saint game, he shouldn't have played another down. He shouldn't have played another down. Now, you know, what I liken in this situation is that Terry, say absolved himself of any culpability in that situation by showing and proving, okay, Kirk Cousins was only on one injury report in the last 8 weeks of the season. So if he was hurt, I didn't know nothing about it. All right, which pushed the ball in Homer and Bart Simpson's court. Y'all two got to explain this.
And we seen it too. He was grimacing
Yes,
on the field.
yes, yes. Video documented evidence. So you know what I'm saying. At this point, I'm with you. I'm with you. We can. I don't care if it's a 7th round pick. We can get for him and get him on out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because we really don't need that in our locker room. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying? And now, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Yeah, I mean, because I think if they were gonna get Rodgers, they would have done it last week. But what did they do instead? They sent a team of front office officials, including Tomlin, including Arthur Smith, and the general manager, to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and sat down and had dinner with that boy that played in Alabama. Okay, and that tells me that's what their plan is. I don't think Tomlin wants no part of Aaron Rodgers and his locker room council in Pittsburgh.
But you don't
You know
think
what I'm
they would
saying?
want some experience in front of the new guy?
Bruh, you look, you do not want look, let's take an honest to God good look at Aaron Rodgers the last 6 years. He was a problem in Green Bay in the locker room. He was a problem.
Mm.
All right. Then he gets to New York and he pretty much turned an already bad situation into into a worse situation. You get the coach fired. You know what I'm saying? Now it'd been one thing if he won some games and got them to the playoffs after he got old boy fired, but he did just the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Even after getting your homeboy Devontae Adams up there, they got no better. The defense got worse. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more. Look again. I honestly think that Aaron Rodgers is going to be, forced to retire.
And it's
No,
crazy. The defense was the better part of their team.
mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Look, there is no what you there ain't no don't there are no contenders that really need a quarterback. But you look at the teams that actually need a quarterback. You don't see Cleveland knocking on Aaron Rodgers' door. You don't see Indy. Um, you don't see Jacksonville because they finna need a quarterback because they trying to get Sunshine from down there. You don't see them in no talks with them. You know what I mean?
Tennessee,
You don't see
Raiders.
New Orleans, what I'm saying, knocking on his door, that need a quarterback. Uh, I'm just saying, you
They
look at
got
all these
Diggs.
teams that need quarterbacks. Ain't nobody beating that. Ain't nobody blowing up Aaron Rodgers' agent's phone and talking about come play for us. Number one, again, I say it again, he's a locker room counselor. Okay. It's gonna be pretty hard to you let him in your locker room, and it ain't gonna be no room for anybody else with his ego in there. Number two, number three, the man is about to be 42 years old. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's keep it a whole buck here. You don't want ain't nobody in their right mind finna bring them type of problems into their locker room and think you already know what you gonna get. You saw it happen in New York. You know,
Yeah.
uh, you know what I'm saying? Look, Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin may be cool, but Mike Tomlin is not finna bring that foolishness into his locker room. He is not. Mike Tomlin is a lot of things. Stupid ain't one of them. Stupid is not one of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Yeah, but if it does happen, I mean, hey, more power to you. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a worse problem than your boy that played receiver that they had to get up out of there. He's worse than
That
that dude
who you talking about?
that used to play receiver for them. What his name?
For the Jets?
AB.
For the Steelers. Antonio Brown,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Aaron Rodgers is worse than that dude in the locker room. I mean, come on, people. Look. I give Mike Tomlin all the credit in the world being able to turn guys' character around. But you talking about somebody that is set in their ways. Okay, number one. Number two. I mean, look at the last 5 years in Green Bay. You don't see nobody out here backing up Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying, talking about he's a good leader, you know what I'm saying, and blah blah blah. Nobody's doing that. Nobody. Not nobody. I love Mike Tomlin, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest, he's one of the better leaders of men as a head coach, you know what I'm saying, that we've had in this league. I don't think he is that blind or that crazy or that not smart to bring Aaron Rodgers into his locker room. I just don't see that. They may be cool, as you say, bro. They may be, they might be, two peas in the pod, but to screw up your locker room with that guy, I just don't see Tomlin doing it. I just don't. I really don't see him doing that.
Yeah. Like, we can be cool from a distance, but
Right. You know what I'm saying? It just, it wouldn't make no sense. You know what I mean? It's, and I'm not, he can still throw the ball. You know what I mean? He can, but from what I saw in New York, nah, bro, I'm good. That's a hard pass, a hard no for me. And if Mike Tomlin is smart and he's been, what I'm saying, throughout his coaching career, he would not pick up that phone and talk to that man about coming to play for the Steelers. No. Unless you really want to, in your streak of consecutive playoff bursts, because that's exactly what would happen. That's exactly what would happen. Him and his foolishness will wreck that locker room and wreck that team. I just don't see Mike Tomlin, you know what I'm saying, bringing that in there and just destroying his whole and getting himself fired. You know, but hey, that that
what you
that's
think about
that's
Will?
that.
What you think
Huh?
about them? What you think about them trading for Will Levis?
Who?
You don't think that'd be something they'd do? Pittsburgh.
Trading for Will Levis?
Yeah.
No. They gonna draft
Because
them boys.
you know,
They gonna draft. They gonna draft their court. I'm telling you now. With looking at what they're doing and how they're moving, I think they already have their mind made up of who their quarterback is going to be in this upcoming season. And I think it's going to be that boy from Alabama. Tomlin, Arthur Smith, the GM, the quarterbacks coach, um, the assistant GM, they all flew to Tuscaloosa and sat down and had dinner with that young man.
yeah.
That right there in itself tells me what their quarterback strategy is. You know, shoot. I mean, hey, but you know, switch gears a little bit and discuss our own issues because this damn Falcon fan base is something special. It's something special. You know,
Yeah.
I just this monopoly money mindset that this fan base has is really fascinating. You know, yeah. uh, You're right about Rogers being selfish and locker room cancer, but Rogers met with the coaches and front office for 6 hours the other day, and they say the meeting went great. Now they're just waiting on him.
Who is that? Who you talking about?
He talking about he still talking about Aaron Rodgers. I, you know,
And
like I
who he met with though?
if they did have a conversation, you know what I'm saying, and if it went that good, why ain't the ink drying on the contract right now? And
What coaches
I'm
did
just
he
saying.
meet with?
I'm just saying. I'm not. If they do decide to do that, God bless them. More power to them. Best wishes, but I don't see that working out well at all. I just don't. Ain't no there in the locker room around in the NFL that is big enough for that man's ego. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It, come on, Exhibit A. What happened in New York, people? What happened in New York? I'm just saying. What happened in New York? You know, you can have a good meeting. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly think if they was really gonna sign him, uh, they'd have signed him then at that meeting during that meeting. You know what I'm saying? And then cause I'm not hearing anything based on their movements. I don't see Aaron Rodgers signing in Pittsburgh. I just don't. I just don't. I mean, I look. You ain't got to quote me. You know what I'm saying? But for my money, I don't see it happening. If it does, hey, I'll be the first one on top of the podium. I wrong. You know what I'm saying? And wish them the very best.
Is he
I,
even
I,
talking about Pittsburgh? The ones that met
it,
with him?
I hadn't heard. You know what I'm saying? If that if that meeting, you know what I'm saying, went the way old boy said it went, I mean, my question is, okay, if it went that good, why they didn't sign him then? Why it hadn't happened then? What do you got to wait on? I mean, you know,
I
I
feel like
don't
we would have
see
heard about that.
I don't see Pittsburgh putting up with some Brett Favre type stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, I may sign, or I may want to go over him, or I'm on vacation. I'll holler at y'all when I get back. Type of bullshit. No, and then on top of that, again, locker room council, 41 going on 42. All right, you know what I mean? I mean, and then again, look at what happened in New York. Just saying. But hey, that's the Steelers. If they choose to, let it get offer him a deal and whatnot, I'm just saying that it's gonna be wasted money. It's gonna be wasted money. It's just gonna be wasted money. I mean, that man showed the world who he actually is in New York. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but hey, people are gonna do what they're gonna
You may
do.
not find a team. You may not find a team to June 1st or mid-season. You're gonna be on. You're gonna be on free agent to mid-season if you don't retire. But yeah, man, what you got about our team?
Yeah. Now, as far as these dirty birds, um, I've told a couple of people, what I'm saying. The move that we have made, what I'm saying, tells you, what I'm saying, what the Falcons draft strategy is going to be. Um, and then for all of y'all that are out here up on your soapbox, because we ain't handing out no, 25 the 30 million a year, deals, because we ain't got that. But you're scoffing at the moves that we made. Every move that we made, every sign that we made, it feels a need. It feel it a need. You know what I'm saying? When we got that boy, and I said this other night, we got the boy from the Raiders, the linebacker from the Raiders, who's is one of the better pass coverage linebackers in the league. Uh, and
Diablo.
how bad did we get burnt? You know what I'm saying, underneath last year? How bad did our linebacker room get burnt? I'm just saying, just putting that out there.
Very.
You know what I mean? Um, if it, we got Leonard Floyd. Um, he's had 10 sacks each of the last 4 years. Um, Jordan Fuller, who I think I think may have been our best pickup. Um, you know, at safety. If the guy Agnew, what I'm saying, on special teams, um, long
Mhm.
snapper. Let me see, am I missing one?
Oh, we
Mm,
got a long snapper.
yeah, that was one of the
Yeah.
first things we did. That was one of the first things we did was sign a long snapper.
Okay. And Fox.
Yup, yup. That was another good move.
Yep. I
That
actually
was,
like our Penix.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. See, you know, the funny thing is, this fan base is all about, um, looking for the big name
Big
instead of the
name,
game.
yeah.
Y'all have heard me say that time and time again. You know, um, look, given the situation that we're in, and then you got to also think about something else too. And last season, a lot of our a lot of our young talent didn't see a whole lot of burn. Then a lot of our young talent on that defense didn't see a whole lot of burn. Then you also got to remember we got Trice coming back and Hitman Helms come back. You know what I'm saying, off of their injuries. Um, Bertrand and all of them, Ebiketie, Malone, uh, shoot, we and then you got to tie into the fact. All right, we got 5 picks, and we really we need 9 or 10. All right, I'm telling y'all a lot of you all about to be real in shock on suicide watch. You know, just get ready to hear Tyler Algier name called in a trade. Trust and believe it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We need bodies. We need picks.
Don't tell me that.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, because you got to think about something. Tyler has outplayed his rookie deal, and he's gonna be looking for starting running back money. Yeah, we're not gonna pay a guy at running back that averages, you know what I'm saying, 14, 15 snaps a game. We're not going to pay 13, you know what I'm saying, 12, $13 million a year. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. He can get that starting money on another team somewhere. Easy. But for our situation, no, 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 no. He's going to be a good bargaining chip
I don't
to
know if
pick
it's
up,
me or you.
huh? I mean, I think we can get at least two or maybe 3 late round picks for him. I think we can. You know what I'm saying? You know, but this mindset that this fan base has that we should be, we should jump on every big name that becomes available. We don't have 50, $60 million in cap space sitting around to throw around country. Y'all want us to go out here and spend, have a Jacksonville Jaguars free agency like they did, like they did in season 4 last, and you look at where Jacksonville is at now. Y'all really want them kind of problem? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want them kind of problem? I'm just saying. We got to be Terry's being smart with the coins that we have. You know what I'm saying, to retrofit this personnel. We're making sure that we're covering all 3 phases. Look, I know a lot of y'all scoffed at Felipe Frank signing, but that was a major special teams multi-purpose player signing. Um, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Boy, he's a special teams ace. He's a backup tight end. He's a backup fullback, emergency quarterback. I mean, y'all can say what y'all want about that young man, but he's made a spot for himself in this league for 5 years. And that's saying something. And you talk to every coach from every team that he has been on, And they all say the same thing about him. He's a good locker room guy. He brings it in practice. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, he shows up for work every day. You know what I'm saying? Lunch pail, hard hat. You know what I'm saying? He gets it done. He gives you whatever the coaching staff asks of him. You know what I'm saying? You know, what up, Terry? You know what I mean? We got to also you got to understand. Okay, your fantasy wants are not necessarily what this team needs. You know, I mean, when you take a good gander at our situation in its most realistic form, and then you look and see, you pay attention to what Terry is doing, has done, and you can't say that the moves don't make sense. You can't say the moves don't feel a need. You can't say that because they do. They do. And the next couple of moves, I believe, are gonna, you know, what I'm saying, the next couple of transactions are gonna wheel us some draft picks. We got five now. We need 9 or 10. You know, I think we'll probably end up with 8. You know, because I think we'll probably get a fifth or a sixth round pick for Kurt as to get him on up out of there. But I think Tyler is going to be the move that is going to bring us. You know what I'm saying? Us doubling down on getting some extra draft picks.
So if we get rid of a Tyler, do we draft another running back?
Nope, because we already got one. We already got one on the team. We drafted the
But
run. We drafted the running back last year.
yeah, he's the same type of running back as Bijan, just a little bigger.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So
I
you
mean,
don't think we need
and
that power back now? Like to switch it up because they're the same type of people. They're expecting the same kind of.
well, here's the miseducation of Bijan. Bijan is a all-purpose back. He could run with power and he could run with finesse. That other young man, the same. I mean, so we could still have that power running game with both these guys. Now, um, do I think that we're gonna draft another running back? It's possible because this running back class is relatively deep. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, we also have to understand. Hey, we found Tyler Algier in the 5th round. He wasn't the first or a second or a third or a fourth. We found Tyler in the 5th round. You don't think Terry could do that again? I'm just saying. You don't think Terry can do that again? You know, um, I mean, I think we're sitting pretty good, all things considering. I think Terry has done a fantastic job of managing what he's been able to manage, and working with the situation as it is, and what I'm saying, and maneuvering, what I'm saying, the cap because I mean we started out with 11 million to the negative. We're not that number is down to 8 million or 7, something to that effect. Um, you know, um, and then all of this. Say something else too. All of this, rip roaring and crying about, what I'm saying, Dominant Grady. Understand some people. If Dominant wanted to be here, he would have. But I also understand. Uh, And because I said it, I knew, with the situation being what it was, he wasn't gonna be here, at a price that was 8 to 9 million less than his market value, with him being the third best center in the league. No, he moved. He went where he could get his coins.
So they're great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, because let's look at that move by the both of them to Chicago.
We always trading or with Chicago, swapping players with them.
You know what I'm saying? Look at where they went. Chicago. Come on now. Neither one of them guys had winning in mind. With they was about that. You know what I'm saying? That them coins. It's about them coins. You can't tell me by any shape of the imagination that Chicago is a landing spot for, you know what I'm saying, where guys that think they can go and win. Come on now, you know, both of them, were more so Dalman. I think Grady was just had an angry man moment because we didn't hire Wink Martindale. You know what I'm saying, and he took the best check that he could get. I mean, I think that along coupled with the fact that saying Grady been he's missed games due to injury over the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying, and it's just calling a spade a spade. He's not getting any younger, and I mean he definitely wasn't going to be the Grady that was Grady Jarrett even 4 years ago.
You know, he won't put up the same numbers.
No,
We can get that production out of somebody fresh.
I mean we still got Street. We re-signed Taquan. We still got Ominyata. You know what I mean?
I heard. I just found out Eddie Goldman gone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was no surprise. I think I think we're gonna. I think our first two picks are gonna be defensive line. At least two of the first three, our first three picks are gonna be on the defensive line. I can see that. I can see that. And if I missed, if I think didn't we didn't we re-sign Simmons? Not sure. I
Yeah.
think I saw that somewhere.
They did it today.
Now I think it was like yesterday. I think I saw that yesterday or the day before.
Because I heard something about the Vikings was looking at them.
Mm, I have to look it up. I have to look it up. I have to look that up. Um, you know, but I mean, even with all that, looking and looking at the reactions by a lot of people in this fan base, you know what I'm saying, with the way things are going, you can clearly see that the NFL cap business is lost on this fan base. You know,
Oh, and Baltimore too. Baltimore was looking
yeah,
at them too.
yeah. I mean, Matt Mike said it a couple of weeks ago. People need to, get out your feelings because there's going to be some of your favorite players on this team, but not going to be on this team. whether it be lost to free agency or be a trade. Um, that's just the wicked style of what I'm saying, dealing with the salary cap and not having a lot of cap space. You having to make moves, make adjustments, and restructures. You know what I'm saying, and hope that you have some key guys that will play ball with you. You know what I'm saying. Financially. You know what I'm saying, to squeeze in. And, you know, but and you know every time there's a big name out here, because you got a lot of people falling all over themselves about Trey Henderson. Well,
Oh yeah, I've been seeing
um,
that. Ain't quite Walker.
well, understand something. It was gonna it would cost draft capital to get him, and then understand he want Miles Garrett money, and we ain't got Miles Garrett money. We do not have a 110 million guaranteed laying around nowhere. You know what I'm saying? To sign a guy for 20 what is it, 24 million a year? What is it?
Yeah, I have to trade future draft picks for that.
Yeah. But Cincinnati wants a couple of seconds. Cincinnati wants a couple of second round picks for him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want us to get, everybody falling all over themselves about Trayvon Walker. Well, Jacksonville wants, you know what I'm saying? They want the insurance policy. They want the second bond for Trayvon. Yeah, I remember Trayvon was the number one pick. They want to get number one pick value for him, and we can't afford that. You know what I'm saying?
I think I think we can afford it. I think the thing is, are they willing to do with it to do the necessary movements to make that happen? That's the thing, and that's
What
giving
would
up a
be?
lot of stuff.
I mean, no, because we need our draft capital. I mean, do you really see Jacksonville? Okay, let's just say hypothetical. Let's just hypothetical. You think
Hmm.
would it be smart of us to offer up the number 15 pick and the second round next year for Trayvon Walker? Does that deal make sense when we need our draft capital? And then on
No,
top of
well,
that,
yeah,
and then on
yeah,
top of
we
that,
need it.
Trayvon Walker is looking for a new deal too, just like Trey Henderson, just like Max Crosby was.
But instead of touching this year like that, what if we was to touch the next 2 years draft?
I with what we're trying to do, we'll be shooting ourselves in the foot overpaying in a trade for a Trayvon Walker. We be shooting ourselves in the foot overpaying in a trade for Trey Henderson. Like K
You
Styles
think
said
we'll
the other
be
night,
overpaying?
it wouldn't make sense because we already got a guy on our defense that's giving up that's putting up the same product. I'm just saying.
Who? Who? Yeah, I
Zay,
think. I,
Zach Zach
I think
Zach Zach,
Harrison.
Zach Harrison ain't got that same ability.
Uh, I mean,
Zach Harrison ain't got that same ability.
it shows. It shows a little bit, but but the one in Cincinnati, he's proven. He had like what 17 sacks, 14 sacks in like the last 3 years.
And it a deal like trading for him, and it would be a rental because we ain't got $110 million of guaranteed money laying around, to pay him 25, 26, 28, $29 million a year. Because you gotta think about what's already coming out of our, that are already in our expenses. AJ's deal just kicked in. We restructured Lindstrom, but he still got money. You know what I'm saying, that he's hitting against the cap. Um, shoot, I'm just
And I think
saying.
this McGarrett last year.
I mean, it'll be easier to resign him next year. Letting them play. We're gonna treat him the same way we're doing Pitts, and work that out next year. Just. I mean, but we're inching closer and closer. Again, the move that we've made are telling. What I'm saying, telling us what our draft strategy is going to be. Um, and you save yourself time and save yourself a headache when you look at when you look at the situation realistically and look at the money that we have, and understanding the moves that we've made, which were not which were all, you know, bona fide, what I'm saying, need filling moves and signings. I mean, the sky is not falling. Okay. We're not New Orleans. We're not Indianapolis. We're not Miami. Okay. Our situations far and beyond way better than those teams. When you really take an honest to God look at personnel wise and where we're sitting, how we're sitting, you know what I'm saying, and how things are setting up. I'm just saying, um, because I see Terry, what he's doing. He's really maneuvering our situation. I think before the season is over with, Drake is probably going to have an extension. That's what it's looking like to me. That's really what it's looking like. Uh,
Yeah, so you know he's gonna ball out this year for sure.
I mean, I mean, his connection with Penix, you know, it showed on, what I'm saying, last year. I think we will probably catch a receiver late, or probably in the supplementary draft, because the receiving class is also deep as hell too. It coming up in this draft. So the city, it's just we're really in a just hurrying up to wait right now.
I heard
That
they
that
finna
that
go to that Bolton guy, that Bolton dude. Here wide, here wide receiver,
Hmm. I mean,
and
Terry probably got about one or two more moves. What I'm saying that he can pull out of his hat, low key on. What I'm saying, you know, low risk, high reward type. I think now the Agnew signing to me fit. It was is a bigger sign, not just for free agency. I mean, Agnew is a running back and receiver by trade. I think Agnew is gonna get some burn in the offense. You know that is my belief on that. I think they brought. I think that signing was just more than just what I'm saying. Special teams. Punt and kick. What I'm saying, cut return. I think he's going to get some burn in the offense. What I'm saying as well.
I think he'll be
That
like a gadget guy on the offense.
I mean, he'll be able. He'll get some end arounds, some toss sweeps, some screens.
Hmm.
He'll get a lot of that. He'll
Yeah,
get a lot of that. I mean, you got to do something with that 4-3 that he runs. You know,
oh, so it is a 4-3. I thought it was a 4-4-3.
and 4-3, 4-4. I mean, what I'm saying, he can cover some ground. He's not slow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, what I'm saying, to right there with that.
Yeah, yeah, he's pretty solid. Decent wide receiver as well too.
Hmm. What up, E? Long time no see in the chat, baby. You know, but yeah, Agnew. I think Agnew was more than just a special team signing. I think they picked him up to put him, what I'm saying, to use on the offense as well.
Where was
Um,
he at? Who we get him from?
let me see his last. I think he was in Jacksonville. I think.
Okay.
I think his last stop was Jacksonville. I believe. Um, but he changed the dynamic. What I'm saying, for us on on kick and punt return. But I think also he's gonna he gonna get a little burn. What I'm saying, the slide, the four. What I'm saying, some a little bit of gadget running back. You know, they'll have a pay. I think they'll have a package for him. You know, that's what I think. Um, and
Almost give him like a Tyler Lockett.
yeah, yeah, most definitely, most definitely. On the defensive side, I think they're going to be about 3 to 4 picks that's going to be devoted to the defense. You know what I'm saying? Um, especially with the linebacker room and up front. I think that I see that easily happening. But like I said, all in all, we're not in a bad situation by no means. Well, it's not great, but it ain't bad. When you look at it and you know what I'm saying, you see all the young talent, what I'm saying, that just got to be used and developed. And see, that's a lot of thing, what I'm saying, with this fan base. They want to skip a more player development, and you can't. You know what I'm saying? These young guys have to be developed, have to be trained, have to be taught, you know what I'm saying, have to be groomed. You know, and it don't happen overnight. It don't happen in one season. It don't happen in one training camp. You know, it happened you know, in repetitive teaching, training, practice, you know, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So right now, at this particular point, we're waiting for the other shoe to drop on Kurt. Uh, we're we're waiting for the draft. You know what I'm saying, to come on through. You know, so we can, you know, get on the training camp, and then we're waiting for what the finished product is going to be to start the season. Now, the key factor in all of this uh is our coaching staff going to be up to snuff? That's the biggest burning question right there. You know what I'm saying? And and for those that keeps wanting to turn a blind eye uh to their favorite black man, their head coach, saying y'all might
Yeah,
want to
that's
open
what
up
I'm
your
saying.
eyes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might want to open up your eyes. I mean, look, again, y'all done heard me say this before. To me, with me personally, uh Raheem Morris, aka Homer Simpson, he got 5 games. He got 5 games. If he ain't 4-1 or 5-0, then get that motherfucker a pink slip and let's keep it moving. That's just where I'm.
Yep.
That's where I'm at on him. You know that, and that's just me. You know.
Because with him, it seemed like we could have all the best players. It seemed like he'll find a way
Yep.
to put him out of position.
Yep. Well.
So yeah, that's another reason why I don't want to spend the money and stuff like that too. Because I don't know if Raheem gonna poop it up or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. That right there. That right there. Well, you
That
know,
definitely be a waste
especially.
of money.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. Give me some likes up. If you ain't locked in, subscribe to the channel, Mr. White Network, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get to that 500 sub. You know what I'm saying? Get some burn up under this channel. You know what I'm saying? And get some foundation. You know, we gonna go on and close this thing on out because I got to get an early start. You know what I'm saying, in the AM.
Yeah, man, you both
Early start.
started early to me though.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I'm still working.
It's I was wondering. I'm like, damn, is you riding or is he at work?
Yeah, both. I'm riding while at work. I'm on the way to Arkansas.
Oh, dang. Dang.
Yeah.
So you driving a truck?
Uh huh.
Okay. All right. All right. All right,
Yeah.
bro, bro. Yeah, shit. Get
Road
them
runner.
going.
Yeah.
Get them coins.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
get like you, OG.
it's you don't rush it. Don't be in a rush to get old in a hurry.
Nah, I ain't trying to get old.
But hey, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in on this thing. Um, Tune in Friday, Falcon Friday, High Noon Madness at noon. Um, and tune in to Mad Monday with the OG. Gonna be back at you at 9:30 a.m. on that one. Um, there may be a possible time change on with that one. Possible. Just
What
You
for the
know,
Monday?
yeah, it may be a possible time change. It may be going to the afternoon. It just maybe, 'cause I got some things going on. But I'm gonna, I'll let y'all know. Y'all. I keep y'all informed. And again, I express myself and let y'all know I appreciate everyone for tuning in. When you do tune in, I appreciate everybody, what I'm saying, engaging, what I'm saying, in the chat. Let me hear you and see your thoughts and what you think and what your questions and all. What I'm saying, we getting closer and closer uh, to this draft, to the training camp. You know what I'm saying? And with the draft, be on alert. The Unholy Alliance gonna hit y'all with that draft show. You know what I'm saying? We getting it set up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be broadcasting over a few channels. You know what I'm saying? So, stay up for that, stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna, keep y'all, we gonna try to give you better tune ins than the big wigs do, you know what I'm saying? Than the fancy networks, talking heads as I like to call them. We try to give y'all, what I'm saying, in depth, what I'm saying, structural conversation and all of that. Yeah, if y'all tuned in over the last couple of seasons, what I'm saying, what that draft show be like, what I'm saying, how we get down. Uh, the teapot is empty. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, brother gotta, what I'm saying, make move early in the morning. You know what I mean? So fill y'all in with all the info and everybody keep your prayers up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna pray mucho safe riding on this road out here. You know what I'm
Hello.
saying? Yeah, we gonna pray mucho safe riding on this road out here.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So that's it for this episode of Wicked Win Sports Tea. Y'all catch me again my live stream on Friday, Friday High Noon Madness. You will probably see me tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying, with 6-man case out, 6-man combo probably. But in either case, still tune in to that. We got something for you every day. You know what I mean? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hey, keep it A. You got to keep it dirty. Most notably, you got to keep it real with yourself. Let your next choice be your best choice. Hey, it's your boy OG Big Sam, aka Mr. White, with the young big man Mucho Grande, and we out, y'all.
Be easy.